Hello, X-Wing fans. This is Jay Buzzsaw79, and this is my video series, I guess, on flying through the meta, I call it. I also have a similar series for Yu-Gi-Oh! Called Cutting Through the Meta. Basically, I like to look at things from a different perspective and like to fly things that people normally wouldn't fly, things I think are good. So, yeah. This is basically just a quick intro about myself and what this series will be about. So, briefly, I've been gaming for many years. I played lots of Magic the Gathering, which I replaced partially with Yu-Gi-Oh! I played Pokemon, Inuyasha, Star Wars, Star Trek, X-Wing, Warhammer, Warhammer 40k, lots of Pathfinder. So, a wide variety of things I game with. I really enjoy X-Wing. I also played HeroClix and pretty much gave up HeroClix and partially Warhammer to make room for the X-Wing. So I got rid of 2 other games to make space for it. That's how much I enjoy X-Wing. So yeah. About the tournament itself, the last tournament I ran, I actually run it. It was basically we run our locals as basically there's me and another guy Tom. We're the main 2 that generally get things together and get them running. I was the 3rd guy, Aaron. Basically we sit down, talk, and decide what we want to do, what we're looking at, and then we go ahead and basically put up for everybody that comes into our locals. And then we have kind of like a community feel where everybody voices what they think, thoughts they have, and then we kind of meet somewhere in the middle and come up with a overall agreement to everything. Our last tournament I put up was the individual rounds. I will put a link down here for the last tournament. What it was about. Basically, we just did a league. It was 4 weeks, so it was month long, and there was 100-point builds each time. At the end of that, we had our prize kit, and we just split that and ran it down. This time, excuse me, I'm all stuffed up from sinuses. This time we're doing things a little bit different. We're going to be doing it as every other week. That way, it's a little bit easier for people to come that need to come. So that's one thing. Last time we collected just enough money. We decided to do for the prize kit, since everybody's buying X-Wing stuff. You don't necessarily have a lot of money to throw in always, especially with if you're going to regional stuff, things like that. So this time we decided to move it up to, $11. What it's going to be for a prize kit, and then basically the first essentially 4 weeks of the tournament, which is 8 weeks long, will be first of all, it'll be like seeding. So at the end of those 4 weeks of tournament, let's say you had 300 points of total. Oh, more than that, but excuse me. I'm trying to think of the number now. Blanking. Let's say you had 8 wins and 1 loss. Let's throw random numbers out. And no one else was near you. You would be the top seed, so you'd be first seed, obviously, and then second seed would be at the bottom of the bracket. And you alternate back and forth to make a bracketed tournament, which would be our final week for this. So that's that. And then the idea had come originally from me for the seeding, and I said, well, why don't we try doing an Escalation league? There's Escalation tournaments. I said, why not do a league? So we are going to do an actual Escalation league. And then it'll be our first week is 75, and then 100, 125, and 150 for the 4th week. When we do the bracketed tournament, which will be after the seeding, that will be a 200-point build. Some people were like, whoa, 200 points, I've never played that. I'm like, I haven't played 200 either, so let's be excited. I chose 200 to throw out there to people because I thought that it would allow a good mix of big ships and small ships. pilots that you never use that you want to use, and upgrades that you want to put with pilots that you never use. You can really kite out Han, for example, put Han on the board, and roll some good support for him. Things like that you could actually do, which I think would be a lot of fun. Again, I'm sorry for the sinuses. So yeah, that's that. And then we are going to do basically the top 3 from that are going to receive prize support / ships from that brackets. And after, I've also got a consolation prize, I guess. So that's a brief overview of it. Basically, every week before we actually play, because we play every other Sunday then, I will be posting up 2 videos, one of which will be my wife's build. I will just go through it, tell you what the pilots are in it, what she's got equipped, followed up by mine, and then basically if you guys want to go ahead, throw some comments down there, subscribe to my channel, anything like that, go ahead and do that. Tell me any kind of content you'd like me to try to come up with. I have other builds, of course, other craziness I don't mind putting up. So that's kind of where things at right now. So hope you like it, and please go ahead and watch these and then tell me what you think. This is going to be Jay Buzzsaw signing off for now, and go ahead and please watch this at your convenience. Thank you.